Good morning. I will discuss one of the most pressing socio-political issues of our time, this card game Love Letter. It came out already like a few years ago, but it's been quite popular. I possess a copy of it, and I don't have any qualms with the game, except that whenever I play it, I get the prince and then somebody eliminates me with a guard. But that's besides the point. My point is that it has various different iterations of it, like alternative skins, if you will, like Adventure Time, Batman, The Hobbit, Star Wars. And then there's apparently some sort of Christmas version. And then there's coming another version, but it's different, so I can get back to that later. But anyway, the idea of the game is to like smuggle your love letter to the princess, and the one who like gets the letter to the princess gets a token of affection, and when you have enough tokens of affection, then you win the game and you marry the princess and you get to fuck her and all that stuff. But apparently this is too masculine for modern society. Everybody has to be an effeminate faggot or something. So like, I think people are like, no, I don't want to fuck a princess. Like, maybe if she has a strap on, she can fuck me. So I'd rather play Batman game instead and like seduce the Joker or something. Let's see what's the, because in the normal love letter game, I won't like explain all of the rules, although it is quite simple, but there's many other reviews of it if you haven't played it or anything. But yeah, you're supposed to seduce the Joker, because in the normal love letter, the princess is number 8, like here. The princess is number 8, and you're supposed to like number 8 is the highest number at the end of the round. The one with the card with the highest number wins the round and gets a token of affection, if there are at least 2 people remaining. If not, like, unless all the other players except one is eliminated for that round. But anyway, in Batman version of Love Letter, there's Joker, who is number 8. So you're trying to seduce the Joker, apparently. And in The Hobbit, I already checked it out. So number 8 is the Arkenstone. So you're trying to seduce the Arkenstone, or I suppose just, I don't know, steal it or something. And I think it's okay, at least you're supposed to, in the Star Wars version, apparently you're supposed to seduce Leia, since she seems to be number 8. Like, this Board Game Geek website seems only to have the Russian version of the Star Wars, so I don't know if it's like some Russian pirate version. I don't know, because that's all the only thing Russians do is pirate stuff. And at least in Adventure Time, Princess is number 8 and Hero is 5, is like the prince. So it sounds sort of similar, but I don't know anything really about Adventure Time. I know just it's some cartoon that pot smokers like, but I've never watched it. But anyway, like, I just think it's fucking idiotic that they made these different versions, because like, I like this idea. This is fairly unique when it comes to card games and board games, that you're, you know, just trying to seduce a princess, get married and all that stuff. It's a very manly thing, even though it might sound gay and pussy, but which is more manly, like seducing a princess, or I don't know, going to kick Joker's ass or something? Or, I don't know, stealing some stupid stone. And then there's this fucking character who doesn't exist in the book, this feminist Toriel trademark. That says it all. Like, I don't know. Like, and these games are called Love Letter, The Hobbit. Like, where is the love letter? Like, they just exploit the mechanics of the original Love Letter and then tag on this like this huge franchise on it so people would buy it. Basically, that has nothing to do with the original concept of the Love Letter, as far as I know. And except that at least they have like some unique cards. There is no card number 0 in the original Love Letter, but here is the One Ring, and it has a unique effect. So at least they did something new. But these look like the text is quite small, but the Batman versions looks almost like identical in the game mechanics to the original Love Letter. And this is the original Love Letter, the Japanese version. It looks like it's been drawn by a high school student. But I'm gonna call this is the normal version if you live in the West, at least, like, because you cannot get this unless you like you're a real geek who wants to have the original version or maybe all versions. But like, if you just go to your game store, at least here in Finland, this is the version you will find. But yeah, I don't know, it's just fucking idiotic to me that why make like if they want to use some license, like at least take, I don't know, Game of Thrones and a Red Wedding version of Love Letter or something like that. It sort of suits the theme. But like, because I like this idea of like seducing the princess, and it's not that I don't like games with violence and stuff and shooting and war, and I do, but like majority of games, well, I don't, maybe not in board gaming. There's all sorts of like boring industrial growing your crops and like worker placement stuff, but still this is a fairly unique twist, and then they try to make it into something conventional, like superheroes or Lord of the Rings or Star Wars, like and they apparently have nothing to do with Love Letter, with the concept. There is a princess who wants to get married or whatever, and men are trying to smuggle their love letter to her to win her affection. And at least like this Letters to Santa, I didn't find it on Board Game Geek, but apparently some like Christmas version of the game exists as well. And at least it sort of sounds like a reasonable iteration of the game. Like, Letters to Santa is already something to do with letters, which is like, one half of the point of the game. And the love, well, is like, Santa Claus supposedly has affection for all people, at least, nice people, not naughty people. So that makes sense to me. Whereas these fucking things, they just seem like, cheesy marketing tricks, and I suppose this too, but I cannot really, because I don't know about the lore of Adventure Time or anything like that, so I don't know. I just know this dog, like not in this picture, but it looks like Cthulhu. I don't know if it's intentional. The first time actually I heard about this stuff was in Taiwan. I saw some dolls or pictures of this dog, and it's a Cthulhu dog. And then later I heard okay, it's some American cartoon, whatever. But there is a new game, I guess it's out already, but I hadn't heard about it before, Lovecraft Letter. So apparently it's a Lovecraft themed or like Cthulhu themed game with like love letter mechanics. And it's like, oh no, another Lovecraft themed game. It's like we don't have like 7,000 of them already, but at least here it says is Lovecraft Letter is a card game that combines the love letter system with the world of H.P. Lovecraft. In addition to the standard 16 cards in the Love Letter game are new versions of the cards that include special insanity powers. If you have one of these cards in your discard pile, then you are insane. So anyway, it has like new mechanics, so it sounds reasonable. And it's also like the name is sort of witty because it's love letter but Lovecraft letter. So it's, even though like Lovecraft is pretty much the furthest you can get from the concept of love, but I think they sort of integrated the idea quite nicely here, like, you know, Lovecraft letter and apparently they are trying out something new. So, and I guess it has been designed by Seiji Kanai, or Kanai Seiji, the guy who designed the original Love Letter game, and, you know, here's even the Japanese explanation. Here's the Japanese box. Looks nice. Ravucraftor eta. Okay. Yeah, Kanai Seiji Saku. So he made it. But yeah, I don't know, like, have you played any version of Love Letter, or like any of these, you know, license ones with the, you know, popular license? Because I just think the whole idea is so fucking, like, if you have Love Letter, Harley Quinn should be number 8 and you're trying to fuck her or something. Like, I could get behind that, or Catwoman is okay too, I suppose. But I don't know, like, maybe you could make a gay dwarf version of the Hobbit. Like, I don't know, like Bilbo is trying to fuck whatever, I don't remember, Philly, yeah. I don't remember which character it is. It's just one of the dwarves, and I don't know, because like in a world where we have all this, you know, action and combat and fighting, and then there's this one game that is, you know, this is like a, I don't know, like the social justice warriors should get behind this, because like this is like one game that is like a, you know, supposedly represents the values that they represent, even though they don't really represent love or anything like that. But this is actually like about, you know, love and sex and whatever. And then they fucking make this like crap out of it. So they should, like, you know, start demonstrating against these games, these like newer versions, because I don't know. Maybe nobody else cares about this topic, but it just pisses me off. Like, why? Is there any other reason to make this except, like, you know, commercial? Like, we like money, we'll make crap, and people like to buy crap, so that's why we make it. I don't know. It's just, yeah. This is like, whenever somebody makes something, like, this is the, I don't know, this is why we can't have nice things. Like, somebody comes up with a new nice idea, and then everybody else has to screw all over it. Like, you know, parasite off of it, or try to copy it, or like just ruin the original. Like, you know, well, Star Wars was pretty nice, you know, when I was a kid, but, well, not anymore.